here comes the blame game. It happens every single year up to about week 5 or 6. Most people then start to kind of become more rational, kind of figure out what you are, right? The bad teams, their fan bases kind of be like, it's development year, all that, right? All you'll hear is, well, it's Carson Wentz's fault. It's Derek Carr's fault. Oh, Mitch Trubisky stinks. The Browns, we would have won if we had Deshaun Watson, right? It's Jacoby Brissett's fault. All right, okay. Deep breaths. First of all, they're fans, right? Fans are passionate, emotional, all that, right? That's why they're fans. Not everybody is rational. Takes a deep breath. But, I mean, look, even Kirk Cousins, for example, right? Yeah, he did look awful last night, for sure. Are you going to look up at the end of the year with 10 wins, a playoff spot, and I don't know, he'll complete like 67% of his throws for like 30 touchdowns, 10 picks? Like, relax, it's on the road in Philly. That's a tough spot. In prime time, second game with the new head coach, that's a tough spot. Relax, it's all good. It's all good. Carson Wentz, again, on the road, 65% of his throws, 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. No run game, top back, averaged 2 yards a carry, got sacked 5 times. I mean, hurried on 42% of his dropbacks. Like, realistically, is Carson Wentz the problem in Washington? Come on. It's Washington. At one point, they were named the Washington football team. They didn't have a name. It's Washington. Bad management.
They've had a lot of bad management, bad ownership, and the top offices have been kind of a mess.
Bad ownership, bad front office. Look, Ron Rivera is a good guy. I'm sure he's a good overall coach, but at this point, I think the game is kind of moving away from him, not into him. Right? It hasn't had that same season since Cam went off. Right? So how about Derek Carr? Right? Derek Carr lost that game in the second half. Well, I mean, his defense is a nosebleed. And, I mean, the play calling and coaching botch that you saw in the second half was something that I don't know if I've seen since Kyle Shanahan was up 28-3 in the Super Bowl. I mean, it was that bad. Not to mention his offensive line's abysmal, management isn't good. No, Kyler Murray's just a magician. How about Mitch Trubisky? Not a bad quarterback. We getting close to Kenny time? Probably. But I mean, if you watched that game and thought anything other than Matt Canada is a really, really bad offensive coordinator, I don't know what to tell you. Right? That is the only clear explanation or takeaway from that game. I mean, you have 3 Steelers, professional football players that are in the locker room. We got to call plays better. We can only do what they tell us to do. We got to call plays to get down the field in the right way. I mean, Mitch can spin it. Is he elite? No. Is he great? Probably not. Is he serviceable? Absolutely. Did he make a Pro Bowl? Yeah. Did you see that throw to Deontay Johnson on the 2-point conversion? That's an accurate throw. That's a damn good throw. Matt Canada's the issue. It's not Mitch Trubisky. They love to just blame quarterbacks. It's an easy fix. It's an easy, you know what? The Browns fans, that's Baker's fault. Let's bring in a new guy. All right, see you in, 11 weeks? And they're like, we would have won with Deshaun. Browns fans, PSA, shut your actual mouth. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You mean to tell me that Deshaun Watson's going to fix your awful clock management? No. You mean that Deshaun's on the hands team? No. Well, you mean to tell me that Deshaun's going to fix your front office who has had, 40 quarterbacks since the Steelers have had, 3? In the last, 40 years? The Steelers have had, 4 quarterbacks? The Browns have had, 60? Is Deshaun going to fix that? You mean to tell me that Deshaun's going to be the leader and tell Nick Chubb not to be the idiot of the day and just slide instead of going in? The Jets had no timeouts with, a minute and 40 left. Nick Chubb ran into the end zone. You just gave the Jets a shot. All you do is slide. They had no timeouts. That's 3 knees and you're done. You're out of there. But yeah, no. You're right. Deshaun fixes all that. I'm sure he even fixes letting up 2 touchdowns in a minute and a half to Joe Flacco. Right? Relax. It's the NFL. These things happen. They get paid a lot of money for a reason. Right? Raiders fans are freaking out. Oh my God, we're 0-2. Well, I mean, Kyler Murray is pretty good at what he does, right? He does get paid some good money. Coach is pretty clever, right? We don't know if he's great yet, but he's pretty clever. He got good weapons. It happens. It's the NFL. I don't like Joe Flacco either, but I mean, he's won some games. He's been to a Super Bowl, right? He's a good player, right? So deep breath, right? The weeks are crazy. The years are predictable. The years are more normal, right? Just... Right, you're going to look up at the end of the year. First place quarterback's probably going to be the best one in the division. 4th place is going to be probably the worst one. Hey, relax. That's what happens. It's fine. It'll all balance back out.
Yeah, it will all seem to balance in the end. But, you do have the anomalies that go up and down. The one thing that you said that I wanted to kind of go on a little is Matt Canada. I saw a tweet, and I don't know why it didn't click in my head earlier. But let's not forget, Matt Canada built Nathan Peterman.
No, I mean Peterman was a decent college quarterback.
He was
but
decent in college.
Let's be honest.
But is that the type of player that you want in the NFL? Is that it would?
Oh, absolutely not.
Would you ever want to draft
Absolutely
Nate Peterman?
not. No.
That's a firm no. And he came from a Matt Canada system. He was working with him daily at Pitt. So I do worry a little bit, and it just seems like they still do the same thing on downs where you got to take a shot, and where you have George Pickens being interviewed saying, I was open 90% of the time.
And go back and watch the film. I mean, so I only had time to go watch probably about 5 minutes worth of offensive film, probably about 10 George Pickens plays.
Yeah.
I don't know how many he played. I think he played over 20, right? He was open on probably 7 or 8 of them. I mean,
he was
there.
I don't know why they're not scheming things to get the ball into the playmaker's hands. Why am I watching Jalen Samuels? Right?
No, Jalen Warren. New
Jalen
guy.
Warren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jalen Samuels, we used to have him, though.
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren, who's an absolute savage, by the way.
Yeah, but why am I watching him take the majority of the carries when we have a talented Najee Harris? And why are you not getting the ball to your newly drafted first-round receiver, George Pickens? Why are you not getting the ball to these pieces and playmakers all over your team? But you're going to have Mitch try a weird QB sneak thing on a 3rd and 3.
Or
you think he's picking up 3?
It's gonna be. Here's let me
You have
run you
Najee
through.
Harris.
Let me run you through every Steeler drive. So there's 2 types, right? There's minimal positive yardage because we're so conservative, or there's severe negative yardage because we're so bad, right? So step 1, this is for part 1, right? This is where we get minimal positive yardage, right? So it's going to start with a very predictable, spread them out, but we're still going to run an inside zone and try to be physical, right? That's going to go for about 1 or 2.
2nd and 8.
So now we're at 2nd and 8. Now, logical people would say, let's at least throw probably 5 yards and out, right? So play caller sheets, right? You're going to have 0 to about 5. Those are going to be your plays right there. Then you're going to about 5 to 8, and then about 8 to 14, 8 to 13, 14, then you're about 15 plus. That's a common breakdown, right? Some will go 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and then 15 plus, whatever, right? Very similar. You're in that 5 to 10, 5 to 8 category on that down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Right, you got to almost get a first down, be really close, make it 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 at the worst.
Yes.
No, what the Steelers are going to do is they're going to run a screen pass, maybe a shovel screen to a Pat Freiermuth up the middle. That will most likely get blown up. We'll get about 1 yard, maybe 2 if we're lucky. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to do the same exact inside zone.
From first down.
But instead, let me throw in the wrinkle, it's going to be Jalen Warren this time, okay?
Oh.
Because that's different.
And we're going to put George Pickens in motion for some reason out on the edge.
Right. And then when they go to plan B, where they actually try to push the ball, right? So they're going to start with, even though the run game hasn't been working, they're going to go with an aggressive play fake. Of course, they're going to try to bootleg him, and they're not going to block the DN. So that's going to be a sack. We're now at 2nd and 18. They'll then, again, go to the inside zone, their favorite play. They'll get about 3. So now we're looking at 3rd and 16. There's not a lot of plays for 3rd and 16. Now, they did convert one this past week, but they'll probably run a little slant route to Muth or Deontay Johnson. We'll pick up about 6, and we'll punt the ball having gained 0 net yards.
I mean, it's very on brand with how things have been going. And
there's your offense, ladies and gentlemen.
Hasn't changed, no matter the OC we bring in. So
well, we're going to get to that